Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Araya. I am here with Arlo. We're in Crans-Montana, Switzerland, and we are traveling Europe solo. I mean the two of us. And I've been here for maybe almost 2 months now. And I started on Lake Como in Verona, and then I went to Florence and Rome for 2 weeks, which was not part of the plan. It was with a friend who is no longer a friend. And so it's been quite the adventure so far. And I was talking to my dad last night, who is this Irish man who lives in Kentucky and has a farm there with a ton of animals. And we are gonna start this competition on YouTube of who can share the most and grow the most community around our stories and what we're sharing. And so we're starting the new year, but I'm getting a head start. And we're gonna check in March. So he has such a fun, beautiful farm with all these different personalities and all the animals, and I'm traveling Europe solo, so that's kind of what we're both going to be sharing about and all the things in between. And so I already shared a little bit on this channel, but I guess since I shared, I changed my plan on Lake Como, and I decided to do that 2-week trip with the friend and Florence and Rome. And I knew that those were not places I wanted to go. I'm not a city girl. They were cool for like the first day of each, but then it was just like, I can only shop and eat at restaurants for so long before I get so bored and just need some nature. And so anyway, and then the friendship ending, I think a little bit on that. International travel with friends has been very eye-opening to me this year. It just brings so much to the surface, which is great, because that can either allow the opportunity to deepen that friendship, or you decide that you're not compatible. And I think that a friendship needs to be balanced, and you both need to bring something to the table, and you both need to be there for each other equally, not all the time. Like maybe in one season of life someone needs more support than the other, but it has to be some kind of give and take. And so that was kind of my lesson on that. And then on the last week, or in the last week of Rome, I got super sick and had fever and sore throat and cough and fatigue and all those things. And so the friend left early because she didn't want to get sick. And so then I was there on my own, and I ended up extending my stay there because I just could not travel. And so I needed some more rest. And so after 2 days of just staying in that dark little apartment in the city in Rome, I finally was like, okay, I gotta go. Like, I gotta check out of this place. And so I got on all the trains, 4 buses, 2 cable cars, so many mistakes of getting off at the wrong time, getting on the wrong thing, all those things. Heavy bag, very heavy bag on my back. Felt like a human. And then a big heavy suitcase. And that's even downsizing. Like, I left half of my stuff with my cousin in Switzerland so that it would be easier to travel. I should have left more, but I have all my snowboarding stuff here, and I had it with me. And Arlo's food is honestly like what was the heaviest stuff in the bag. And so once I got here, I almost felt better, like immediately. The next day felt so much better. The next day almost all better, just the cough. And then a week later I went snowboarding. So I found a snowboard on Facebook Marketplace, and then I bought new bindings, and the person who sold me the snowboard is super nice in my age, and you just wait, Arlo. And so it was an experience to snowboard on my own. I've never done that. I've always gone with friends who lead the way. So I was learning how to read the map and the lifts and everything, and I ended up getting kind of lost, and then I had to like walk over this little river stream thing with my snowboard in my hands, and was just in the forest and was like looking at the ground. And my aunt here taught me how to see wolf tracks, and from what I was seeing and what she told me, they were wolf tracks. And so I was like, oh my god, I don't think I'd die here. So I was just tuning in. I was like, angels, guides, you got me right. And they did. And the rest of the day was a lot more fun, and there was like a club at the top of the mountain where people are dancing, and there's like a DJ outside, and it was so cool. And then the rest of the time, it's Christmas time, I decided not to go travel back to Lugano, kind of the area that I was before on Lake Como, to see family for Christmas, because I just was still recovering, and didn't want to do all that travel again, and I just kind of wanted to spend it on my own. My Airbnb hosts are staying here in their unit next to me, and then they were renting out another one next to me with their family from Spain, and they live in Geneva, so they invited me to Christmas Eve dinner, and that was great and super cultured in so many languages, and it was just very, very sweet that they had me. And so I've been running into people around town and recognizing people, and having some friends here is great, even though like a friend I think is more of a committed relationship, and acquaintance is kind of a harsh word, but somewhere in between that. It's just nice to recognize people when Verona was super, super isolating, but good in its own way, because there was a lot of time for reflection and solitude, and then now this is kind of that, but also community, which is great. And so anyway, I think that these videos are going to be more simple like this while I get committed to putting up information, or the journey, I guess, not information, but the journey, because the whole editing process is what holds me back from actually posting the stuff that I film. And so if you want to help me beat my dad, follow along, and then maybe I'll share his as well too, to make it good, good sportsmanship. But anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye! Bye!